you a night owl, then Late Night Love is a place for you. Since life is negative enough, here we discuss everything love, what we love, who we love, and why we love. So join us. It's a place for you. Here we discuss everything love, what we love, who we love, and why we love. So,
Ha! It was playing music on the other screen and messed me up. And welcome everybody to yet another. This is a special. At least it's not our regular show. It's not a podcast. It doesn't go up on the podcast.
Okay.
This one just goes up just for the live people. I mean, people who catch us on YouTube. It's on YouTube, but it's not. It's just a nice, calm show where we kind of get some work done. It's not an official podcast. So when I completely butcher an entrance like that because I forgot that I had the YouTube screen open, so copy and paste over all the links appropriately.
Nice, honey.
I forgot to close it when I was done. Anything like that. So,
It happens. It happens.
anyway, it is what it is. Excuse me.
Welcome.
So we're just here again. We have some daily dose recordings. We're at our last one, so we've got to record one and get it up here tonight. But we've got a few more to record, and it's the start of the thankfulness season. It's the season of giving, the season of thinking about other people, other than yourselves. It's time for reflection. It's the time for, telling the people you care about that you love them. And so I think it's a good time for us to sit down and have a little chat about what is thankfulness, because we hear it a lot. And but we don't actually talk very often about exactly what it is. So why don't we go ahead and start? We've got a daily dose. We'll do this. We'll do the daily dose first. We'll record the daily dose, and then we'll have a chat about it, I think, is how we'll do that. All right. So we've already did the mic check. So are we ready?
Yeah.
So it's just something like, with this being the season of thankfulness, what is thankfulness? Something like that.
Okay.
You ready? You got it? You want a second to go through it?
No, I'm good. But I'm a professional.
All right. I'm not, but hey, that's okay. I'm a quasi-professional. I know what I'm doing professional, but I'm 12, so what do you want from me?
Come on, I'm ready. I'm
All right.
I'm poised. I'm
All right.
poised.
Okay. Okay, my love. What do we have today?
This being the season of thankfulness, we hear so much about it. What is thankfulness?
All right, well, this is actually a very good question, because thankfulness is something beyond yourself. It's when you take the moment to understand what has made you who you are, what has made what you have become possible. Both good, bad, and indifferent. Even trauma can make us become better human beings. It can make us face parts of ourselves that need to be improved. It can do lots of things. And so while no one's necessarily thankful for it, you're thankful for being strong enough to get through it. You're thankful for learning. You're thankful for becoming a better human being. But it's also, being thankful for those people who have in the past, who have made all this foundation our civilization stands on. So thankfulness is the gratitude, the understanding that your life is not just about you while being just about you. It's a strange thing, because you can't be thankful without completely understanding yourself, without truly understanding yourself, who you are, what you want to be, where you're going, the type of human being you are, and how you got there. And so it's that mindset of looking inside you, looking in the mirror, taking the time to say, how did I get here? And who helped me along the way? What lessons did I learn? And being grateful for that. being understanding that, your life is really not your own. You leave ripples, and you're the effect of ripples. And being appreciative that, you know, despite all the trials and tribulations in life, we have what we do. Because life could always be worse. And if we aren't careful, we take those good things in life for granted. They become too easy. They become the working fingers. You only notice the sore thumb, not the working fingers. And that is your daily dose of love. Now it's too short, and that's going to be heard on camera.
Are we going to redo it?
Yeah. Well, I suppose we could listen. Well, Anna distracted me, which I don't like, because I think I ended short. I had another ending. But
Well, let's listen to it because you were doing so well.
yeah, I could do that one again, more or less. It might be smoother. You can never tell. Okay, my love. What do we have today?
This being the
Aren't careful, we take those good things in life for granted. They become too easy. They become the working fingers. You only notice the sore thumb, not the working fingers.
Oh my God. Technical difficulties. Dude, come on, we gotta do that one again.
That's what I said. That one's gonna be heard on camera. That's what I clank, clank. Yeah, that one's gonna get heard. These mics are pretty good about not picking up ambient noise, but that was right next to you. Luckily, they're just plastic LED lights, so it's not a big deal. You just fall over, they don't break.
Yeah.
Of course, if they were sturdier plastic lights, they wouldn't fall over all the time. So there's that. But all of life is a balance, right?
Yes, indeed.
You have to balance the needs between inexpensive, movable, portable lights and lights that won't fall over. But at least if they fall over, they ain't gonna hurt nobody. They're too light to hurt anything. They're too light to even hurt themselves.
Yes, they're too light to even break.
That's the nice thing about it. All right, let's try that one again. Snuffleupagus. Got a burp. Oh, thank you.
Excuse you.
I apologize. I forgot we were live on camera there for a minute.
Yes, you did. Is anybody watching?
No, not at the moment.
Oh, God.
I do apologize, though, for those of you who caught me later. That was a hot mic moment. I forgot. But, you don't want to have one sitting there when you're sitting there trying to talk for 2.5, 3 minutes. And so I was just waiting, and I just forgot to, censor the belch as well. Anyway, sorry. My apologies. So I told you I'm quasi-professional.
Careful.
We'll kind of just stop being lazy and bring in the other chair. Anyway.
Ready?
All right. Okay, my love, what do we have today?
Well, this is the season of thankfulness. We hear so much about it. What is thankfulness?
Well, thankfulness is when you've reached down into yourself and you've taken the time to examine yourself and become and understand who you truly are. Understand how you got to where you are and those people and things that helped make you who you are, and then honoring that. Because we are where we are in life because of lots of things, people, places, events that shape our perspective and our understanding of the world. And if we don't take the time to become introspective, we can't truly be thankful for these things that have made us who we are. And for those of us who try to be better human beings, who want the world to be a better place, we take those times. People like that take the time to examine themselves, to think through all the things that have made them who they are, the good, the bad, the indifferent, because they understand that these ripples in space and time through the pond of humanity, you are a product of these ripples, but you also put them out into the world. And so it's this strange thing that you can't truly be thankful for what goes on without truly understanding yourself, without taking the time to understand who you are, what you want to become, and are you on the path of life that you want to be on. And then you become thankful for those people, places, generations that have helped you get there. Be it people who have built the electrical grid, or people who figured out how to make clean water, or the person who picks up the trash, to the people who raised you, to the people who have mentored you, all the way down to the person who loves you when you're not at your best. Being thankful is understanding that there's more to life than you, but yet it doesn't happen without you, that it's all interconnected, and you can't truly be thankful. It's one of those things. Thankfulness is one of those things that has definitions, but you can't really explain it very well, because each one of us experiences it so differently. What we are, who we want to become, they're all so individual, but yet we all experience the same thing. And so it's that bit of life where we're thankful for all those people, all those things that have made us who we are, that have made life livable, that makes life more than mere existence. And I think our path through life is who we help, and that we are thankful that we are no longer mere animals reacting to the winds of time. We now have the ability to change it by being the best people we can be. And that is your daily dose of love. And I forgot the question I was answering.
Thankful.
Yes, but it was, what is thankfulness? But I think I ventured off into...
I thought you answered it pretty well.
All right, well, we'll live with it because we don't got time to redo it. I'm gonna have to post it. It's 10 o'clock already.
Yeah.
So I'm just saying, I went off on a tangent and I couldn't get back. It's not the last time. We'll have another chance. It's the season of thankfulness. We'll cover it a few times, I'm suspecting.
Right. I'm just going to leave that as what is thankfulness.
That's 101.
Should I mark it scheduled? We're going to go ahead and post it right now, right?
Yeah.
we go.
Okay, my love, what do we have today?
Well, this is the season of thankfulness. We hear so much about it. What is thankfulness?
Well, thankfulness is when you reach down into yourself and you've taken time to examine yourself and become. All right, so what's next?
Are you going to post it?
Yeah, but it's processing, so we can record
Okay, what's next? Do you have to know all of each other's friends?
I have no idea still don't know how to answer that question. So, but let's do it anyway. What the hell?
Let's do it. Well, I got something to say about it.
Well, do you want to do it? You want it to be a lobby?
Sure.
Okay. You ready?
I can't go for 2 minutes. I need you to.
Yeah.
Okay, I just have a snippet.
Yeah, that's all right.
Okay.
We'll start with you and we'll chat for 2 minutes. It's fine.
Okay.
I'm sure we can work it out. Okay, you ready?
Yes.
Okay, love. We have one for you today.
Yay.
Should you know all of each other's friends?
Well, I think you should know of them. But I don't think you have to be really deep into their friendship. No. But my question is, if you're hiding somebody, what are you doing? What are you hiding them for?
But what if you're not hiding them? It just doesn't really come up. They're like the person you go to lunch with at work. And so they're a friend, but it's just,
Yeah, but you know of them. I went to lunch with my lunch buddy today.
I don't talk about okay, when I had lunches and things like that. I never talked about what we did at lunch.
You didn't?
No, it's because it's a bunch of nonsense that happens at lunch. There's nothing there to talk about. There's literally nothing that happened in any of my lunch times that was worth having a discussion about later.
You're not going to let your partner know you got a lunch buddy? You go to lunch? Yeah, I met with my lunch buddy. We had a good lunch.
No, because it's not that important to me. I'm not. By the time the end of the day rolls around, it's forgotten. That was hours ago. That was
the difference between men and women. We want to know about your day, and we're going to tell you about ours.
Yes, we know. Trust me. That part we know. Don't necessarily understand it, but we know it. But yeah, the lunch, there's friends and then there's friends. I think if it's somebody who's important with your life in your life, it's someone who you go fishing with, or maybe the bowling team. You're gonna know everybody on the bowling team, or that kind of thing. But if you've got a softball team, you may not know everybody on the softball team because it's you've got 9-10 players on the team, and so you're only gonna talk about 2 or 3 of them. You're not gonna have conversations about the rest of them, even though. I suppose technically, if someone had a flat tire and needed to go get picked up, you'd probably go pick them up. So I guess technically they'd be a friend, but they're not one you'd ever feel the need to talk about.
Huh.
But I think that's the difference between there's a difference between men and women in friendships. I suppose it's being exposed right here in this conversation where we don't understand. Well, you don't understand our view. And I go, what do you mean? It's
I don't understand. We asked about your day.
Yeah, but when we tell you the important parts of our day, not the stuff that's, no one tells you, yeah, I got up and brushed my teeth this morning. It's just not something we discuss. It's not
it's a little more mundane, not mundane. It's a lunch buddy.
No, that's about as important as our lunch buddies are. And I suppose if there's a lesson to be learned here, it's that men and women treat friendships differently. And this should be mindful of that. And that is your daily dose of love.
All right. That was 102.
Where is my Trello thingy? Can I close it? I guess I did. Save episode. Paste. Good God Almighty, excuse me. Okay. All right.
Have you been marking the 102, 100? Did you mark 101, 102 episodes?
Yes, I did this
on
time.
On the thing?
Yes, I did.
All right.
This time. So there.
Just checking.
I actually happened to do my job this time. So there. Yes, I did do my job this time.
Just checking.
All right, let's deal with coping with isolation. It was a disturbing story I saw on the news. Out of what's that country in Europe that has assisted suicide for depression?
I don't know.
I don't want to put any country because I don't remember which one it was. But anyway, 80-year-old lady decided to, because she couldn't see any of her family, she was depressed because of the COVID restrictions. Depressed, she committed suicide, had assisted suicide.
Oh, for heaven's sake.
So to save old people, we're killing old people. Anyway, and it's so it thought of me about how all these people who are feeling isolated and how to, how do we cope with isolation? How do you mentally cope with isolation? Not that I'm qualified to answer this question, but anybody who can talk about it and is willing to talk about it, I think we should talk about it, because that's part of the solution, is the willingness to have the discussion. I think that's the kind of the best thing we know how to do here. So that's what we're going to try to do. So, figure out how to ask it.
Yes. How do we cope with isolation?
You're just going to keep it simple.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, my love. What do we have today?
How do we cope with isolation?
Yeah, in today's world where, fear of the virus, governmental action, whatever your views on these things are, it has left a lot of people isolated from their support structure, especially the elderly. In a strange way, we've tried to protect the elderly, we've isolated them, and that creates its own danger. But even among the young and healthy, people who have not had mental health issues are now facing emotional health issues because they're now isolated from those things that kept them emotionally healthy. And so they're now can no longer engage in those activities. And so it's starting to take a toll on us as individuals, which, in the long term will take a toll on our society. And so making sure that we as individuals try to maintain the best mental outlook and keep our emotional well-being intact and healthy is a discussion that needs to happen. And while we're not really qualified to help any individual here, what we can do is we can make sure that the conversation is had. And I think that's the first step in solving this problem is understanding that you're feeling isolated and then doing something that helps reduce your isolation. It doesn't matter what it is. Go to a chat room, join a forum, get a Zoom call, go to chat roulette and talk with people around the world. Okay, you may have to hang up on some people, but because it's chat roulette is like Russian roulette in a way. You never know what you're going to get. But engage yourself in humanity in some way. Find some small way to reach out. Listen to things like us where we try to talk in a positive manner. Turn off the TV more often and listen to something positive. Don't allow yourself so much to get caught up into the swarm of negativity. The world is hard enough, and we don't need to add to it. And watching the same news stories day after day, they're not telling you anything new. You can turn it on every 48 hours and you're going to be caught up. You don't have to watch it all day. It's just make sure you take the time to reduce the number of things that drain your energy and increase the number of things as best you can that increase your mental and emotional strength. Turn the TV off and the news off a little more, and turn on cat videos. Call your grandchildren. Call your mother. Call your best friend. Pick up knitting and get involved in a knitting group. It doesn't matter what you do. Do something. Call us. We're glad to have
Conversation.
a conversation. Yes. You call somebody. Talk to somebody. Because it's that human connection is what will see us through to the end of all this. And that is your daily dose of love.
That was excellent, babe. What is that, 103?
Yeah. I almost forgot we were doing daily doses. I was going to run off with the whole Patreon thing. I said, wait, no, we don't do that one. We don't do the self-advertisements on this.
What?
I was going to go. I did. My head saying, join the Patreon page. It's only $3. You can talk to Lubby anytime you want.
No, that's not what we do.
That's I had to censor myself right at the last. That's why I got a little choppy right there because it almost got through. Oh wait, no, this isn't where we do that. Because I forget it's the live streaming and so I've got both things going at the same time. It's just going to take me some time. That's why I said we need to do this so we get used to it. That's why it's just a skill that just needs to be practiced. Me being the front person. Okay. I never shared that thing to Facebook. Oh, I'll do it after we're done. Okay. So we've got.
How do you navigate the emotions of career and life changes?
Okay, but I need you to frame this one a little bit for me. Your question is, with all the upheaval in the world today, how do we cope with all the career and life changes that we're being, something like that?
Okay.
Otherwise, I'll spend 30 seconds framing it, which I can do. It's just, it can be done quicker in the opening question.
With all the turmoil in the world today. Okay.
Okay, ready? This is the last one.
Yes.
This one's hard to balance. Okay. How to start it? Because I don't want to go dark, but I don't want to be overly cheerful. Okay, ready?
Ready?
Okay, Lubby, what do we have today?
Well, with all the turmoil in the world today, how do we cope with the emotions of career and life changes?
Oh, yeah, emotions are running high today. There's so many changes. People are being kind of forced to not just change the way they live, but change their lifestyle, their whole way they've worked. Everything they've built is now different. You know, you used to go to the office, and now you go to your bedroom and turn on the computer. You log into Zoom. You're being tracked by your bosses. Or like us, we've gone from a gig worker to creating media companies, and it's a big, huge change. And it's both scary and exhilarating and nerve-wracking and energizing. You get all this big, huge bundle of emotions, and if you're not careful, it can take you one way or the other. In a sense, it can turn you into someone who's like kind of overly manic, overly happy, overly energized, or it can weigh you down and make you feel like it's just too much of a weight. There's too much. You can't carry it. And I think one of the best things we can do for ourselves in this time is to, in a sense, manage our expectations. We have to accept that a lot of the world is unknown, and we're gonna have to become comfortable with that for the next period of time. And that working towards your goal, trying to be the person you want to be, how you judge yourself. Because we're not going to know how all this is going to turn out. None of us will know in a year. It's going to take a year for the dust to settle for those of us who have to change their lives and their careers and their lifestyles to kind of really know how we're going to start building forward. And so during this time of change, it's just manage your expectations. Understand that we're all in the same boat. There's very few of us who are living a settled life. And the only thing you can do is to manage yourself. Manage yourself, take care of your family, appreciate those who are there around to help you because the helpers exist. And take a bit of time for yourself. You know, we talk a lot about, staring in the mirror, understanding who and what you are and where you want to go to. And if you're scared in life, maybe it's because you're not exactly sure where you're trying to go. I mean, life is scary, but if you've got a goal, if you've got a direction, if you've got someplace you want to be, some person you want to become, as long as you work into it, then life's going to be okay. And it just shows you that you love yourself, and that is your daily dose of love. I've been better.
That was a good one. What was that, 104?
Yeah. sometimes trying to hit that 3-minute mark is not necessarily a good thing, but I got to play with the algorithm. I really try not to be under 3 minutes.
Yes.
That one probably should have been a 2.5 minute answer. Yeah, whatever it is, you've got to deal with it. That's what happens when we don't. All right. So I think that is it for us today. I want to thank everybody for joining us. Just to let you guys know, you can go to patreon.com/late night love and you can join us. It's $3 and you get to chat with Lovey, and you get to make your daily dose of suggestions and questions and comments and that kind of thing.
Yes.
You get preferred access to that for only $3 a month. That by itself is a great deal.
Yes.
And I think, of course, we do shout outs if you want to.
We do shout outs on that one, yeah.
Yeah, on all of them. If you join the thing for even $3 on any of the levels. But we really do. We need some, we love to doing this and we want to be able to continue, but we will need support from, viewers like you and anybody who supports any of the projects that we do. And we don't actually need a lot, but we do need really 100 people at $20 a month would make this sustainable, at least so we can turn this into a full-time thing. And at some point we would appreciate it. Anyway, thank you for joining us. That's all of our marketing we're doing today. It's been a long weekend. We hope all of you had a wonderful Thanksgiving. We hope everybody is happy and healthy. And from me and Lubby, from our family to yours, happy Thanksgiving. Have a wonderful holiday season. And good night. And love everybody.